if you guys are like me and you're replaying through The Witcher again for the 10th time, then you've probably noticed that some skills in the early game are very powerful. Today guys, I'm going to show you 6 of the ones that I think make a big difference in the early game. So if you guys are looking forward to this video and find it informative, feel free to leave a like and subscribe guys if you want to see more Witcher content, as I have got a few more videos to bring up based on The Witcher. Now it goes without saying guys, the first skill I always pick up is the Gourmet skill. This is unbelievably useful for the early game, as eating food regenerates your vitality for 20 minutes. And that includes the different types of food as well. So chicken regenerates 80 vitality, and that would be 80 vitality a second for 20 minutes instead of just the 10 seconds it usually is. But this one does require the Blood and Wine expansion. So if you guys don't have the Blood and Wine expansion, you are not able to pick this skill up. Another skill guys that would be very useful is the Strong Back skill, which increases your maximum inventory weight by 60 points. So in The Witcher you start off with 90 points, and you can increase that up by 60, which is very useful guys if you are trying to farm for cows or something, or you're trying to farm for money and you get over encumbered very easily. Staying in the general skill tree, the Survival Instinct is a very good one that I like to have quite early on, because it increases your maximum vitality by 500, which in the early game when you're fighting wolves, even bandits and stuff, is immensely useful, as it can save you from dying. And even then if you get low with the 500 vitality, you can just use the Gourmet skill, as mentioned as number 1, to heal yourself straight back up. The Muscle Memory skill is a skill that I really like to use, because it increases your fast attack damage by 25% when up to the max level, which is level 5, and your adrenaline point gain is an extra 5%. Might not seem like much, but when you're in a tough combat with a boss or a bunch of bandits surrounding you, that will be very useful for you guys. Or if you guys prefer heavy attacks, you can also do the strength training. This is an honorable mention if you prefer heavy attacks than light attacks, as it increases your strong attack damage by 5% and your adrenaline point by 5. Staying on the combat tree guys, the arrow deflection is a very good defense skill, where every time you parry it will deflect the arrows that the bandits shoot at you. This is very useful because arrows make you stumble. So they make you lose focus and stumble about, which then gives the enemy who's coming at you with a sword or an axe time to hit you. So using that will deflect it, and you can carry on hitting people and attacking without the worry of stumbling. And finally guys, it's all based on preference with this last one, but in the sign tree you can get delusion, which is part of the Axii sign tree, where targets will not move towards you if you are casting Axii, which also Axii is the one that charms people's minds, temporarily eliminating him from combat, so he wouldn't attack you for 5 seconds. And it also increases the effectiveness of Axii in dialogues. So some dialogues in the game require you to have an Axii of 2 or 3 even. This one would be very useful, because then if you want to skip past like some of the combat scenes to get easy experience, because you get extra experience for casting, say, Axii in dialogues, then pick up this skill guys, because it will save you a lot of time when you're talking to people. So anyway guys, that was my 6 with an added honourable mention skills that I like to get in the early game of The Witcher 3. If you guys have your own skills that you prefer to use in the early game, please feel free to leave a comment down below guys, as I do look at my comments and I reply to most of the people who comment, and we can just have a little chat about the skills. But anyway guys, that has been it from me, and I will see you in another video.